Hello, welcome back to Magic with Melly. So on my car ride to my destination, I got some downloads and some visuals that I need to share, and I definitely got validated as far as what the message was. I kept hearing excess and how to manage with it, even just you may be seeing yourself rushing along, and that's sort of an excess of maybe being impatient or a numerous amount of things. Divine timing and your own timing is working here. Everything's working out in your favor. Trust that if you're carrying too much, you are welcome to send it off to source or spirit. You can even phrase it as God if you believe in God. Just give what is too much to carry over to God or source to deal with. Trust that if you, whatever is not in your control, it's not meant to be in your control, so you can give it over to grace, and this is kind of what this excess is about. But I was also hearing excess with when it comes to stress. Some of you may be seeing a lot of stress, and maybe excess. There's too much is too much. So there's too much working out. There's too much eating. There's too much sleeping. There's too much work. Too much fun. Too much family time. Too much friends. Too much water can even exist. California right now is being dumped on by water. Definitely thankful for water. You can hold affirmations in water. Water holds information. So the water that is coming to you now, trust that it is what it is coming with is change. What it is coming with is maybe you can tie water with emotions. Just like when you know more about a situation, it may make you cry. When you know more about a situation, it may hurt you. It may make you change your mind in certain ways. We owe one another the truth. We don't owe one another to hide the truth, even if it means it's gonna protect that person. That we have to trust that person can make solid decisions for themselves. Okay? Medical stuff could be significant here, where it's just taking a lot in your mind, maybe preventing you from being your best self at this moment. Justice reverse. Maybe you're experiencing some sort of karmic flow. I'm hearing karmic flow because justice reverses is giving there were injustices, and now the time to make up for it, it's here. Because especially if you're going through your Saturn return, that's going to last you're going to feel it for several years. You're going to feel it for your late 20s and your early 30s. You usually come out of your Saturn return better than before or worse than before. You can really tell if someone's karmically done some shit or if they've, been a sweet soul. Essentially, we have this accepting, rejecting energy here with the Four of Cups. You see it upright. It is this individual being offered a cup, but it's the individual's paying attention to these Three of Cups. It's all these, maybe an energy of seeing all these people celebrating, but then you're well, when am I going to be celebrating? God's trying to offer it to you, but you're resistant to new things or new ideas, new concepts. You're just well, no, I don't see that happening. Well, believing is believing. Seeing is not believing, okay? Seeing it, that discounts how much fuel it takes to believe in something before it has manifested. Faith is something that it's hard to describe. It's just something within you that you tap into as a source to get you where you want to go. Wheel of Fortune is it's reversed. So it's saying you don't have this drive for yourself. The devil, so maybe someone's putting you there. Maybe you're listening to the wrong types of thoughts, the wrong types of affirmations. You're around the wrong types of people, the type of people that are maybe self-defeating, people who shut you down, shut your ideas down, laugh at you, joke with you. They play it off like they're not attacking you, but that is a spiritual attack or energetic attack. Someone who just opposes your energy of any sorts, and you may turn a blind eye purposefully, because you could be, maybe I'm hearing black sheep or wolf in sheep's clothing or something like this. Like someone just doesn't fit in. So if you stuck out, then you'd be an easy target. And it's like protecting yourself. If like you know what you can handle. If you can't handle being in an environment such, you can kind of sort of begin the steps to relocate, or at least like reposition yourself to be able to like see the next horizon or the next step. I'm hearing like planting seeds, and when you plant seeds, you just have to be patient. It's just like when you plant a seed, you're not gonna watch the full thing flourish and bloom in the same night. Like it's not gonna flourish and bloom overnight. A flower or a plant will take like weeks, months, years to fully develop and fully give you the fruits of your labor will pay back, but you just have to go through this sort of dry period. I'm hearing dry period. King of Wands. King of Wands could be in a dry period. Okay. Sexual experiences or very intimate experiences, they realize that maybe they weren't very safe. Maybe they realize like their sexual, like being lusty and flirty, like so freely. Maybe they were acting single, okay, but they were maybe just in discovery mode. Then they discovered you, and then they didn't know what to do with you. So then they just kind of leaned into what they were already doing, which was a comfort zone, instead of just opening up to you. And it's like this thing is this, now they have to be super closed off to you because they opened up so many other like avenues just based off of a comfort zone, because it was easier to go to here, and here, instead of putting their whole selves in one place and to be fully seen in one place, if that makes sense. So they're just like fully contemplating, like, can I be safe for this person? Can I be abstinent? Can I like control myself? Is this connection powerful enough to kind of flip the switch, kind of not be so, I'm hearing thinking with the wand. Okay, maybe just thinking with the wrong wand, because this is like maybe someone's journey ahead, pondering someone's journey ahead, and maybe they need to like flip directions. Maybe that's why that's reversed, because now there's 3 of Cups reversed. Some people that they were celebrating with, maybe they didn't actually have good intentions at heart. They were really good at wearing these false masks, because wow, we have 3 threes all back to back, but you have 3 of Pentacles. The only one upright is the 3 of Pentacles. So it's giving like you learned something. You realize that you were in a direction you didn't want to be in. You were surrounded by maybe old energy. Some connections do expire based off of the energy that it started on. We're talking about excess, so maybe you just have too many friends because like you're making new friends, but then you're still hanging on to old friends, and then these old friends, you don't realize they're hidden agendas, because they just kind of hide in the norms, in the schedule or something like that. And it's not fair to you to keep anything like that around. If it's old energy, it's old energy. Bring in new energy, bring in new levels. I'm hearing new levels meet new devils. So really take that as like challenges, not like demons or devils or anything like that. Honestly, that is context. That's a context, okay? Because someone's angels can be someone else's demons based off of how that human treated that other human. So just don't doubt someone's ancestral, spiritual power, their enlightenment, or even like their path on their journey. Trust that how they're showing up is either projection or authenticity or some sort of like wannabe, that's how they want to be. So if they're not that yet, give them grace to become it. They don't just shut it down. I'm hearing some of you deal with people who just shut down. That's not fair to you to be the only one operating there or attempting to work. Like that. Just notice imbalance, I'm hearing. And then rushing. Please don't rush in your decisions, because a rush decision can really ruin your life. 6 of Wands, a rush decision could really ruin your life. So I'm hearing some of you rush past stoplights. I'm hearing some of you rush into life and like, I want a baby. Didn't really even consider like the partner that you'd have a baby with. You just kind of maybe like just rushing. If you don't focus on the middle parts, the end part's not going to look as nice as you are fantasizing, imagining, idealizing, whichever it is. Wheel of Fortune. Though you can mess up your own life, but you can also fix your life. Like, just because there are mistakes doesn't mean that they aren't magical. I'm hearing like 10 of Pentacles reverse. Some of you just really feel like it's never going to come in, and as long as you feel and believe that, that's what's going to be fueled here. That like your feelings, your whole world mirrors you. So like always look for silver linings, always look for the positive things. And I know it may come towards you as like when you're not ready to be positive, it may approach toxically. Toxic positivity is a thing. If you're not ready to be positive, it's going to be toxic. It's going to taste toxic. If you're not ready to be loved, you're going to be toxic. Okay, like it's just this readiness. So personally, if you know you're not ready, don't drag other people into it, because you're gonna project on accident and make other people not ready. When you know where you're at and you know where someone else is at, just please don't interfere unless you're aligned with them. Out of respect, you don't want to like disturb anyone or like put anyone in danger or delay anyone. But you may do it accidentally, just not being self-aware enough to just be like, this is where I'm at. King of Swords, this is where I'm at. I know, I know if I were to place myself here, it wouldn't be like the same as what like the true feeling. Like it's not going to just be authentic. So like someone is acknowledging this and maybe slowing down a bit more. And really, 3 of Swords. Someone's slowing down because they don't want to hurt anymore. They don't want to walk themselves into something that's going to hurt. Ace of Wands. Hearing like they want to see if this connection can stand the test of time. And even push past sort of resistances and like certain, like maybe even seeing what you do when you argue, I'm hearing. I also am hearing like someone's gonna get in a lot of trouble if they like made a move they weren't supposed to, and like there were other witnesses, the Hermit reverse and the Chariot. I think that I'm getting like with the Hermit reverse and the Chariot that something with like a group situation and someone detaching from that situation because they know that that's sort of one of the ways to kind of like, say for example, someone's friends didn't approve of you and it was mostly because they were jealous. It's like this person's realizing like what they had, and that they let other people redirect them. They let other, like, they weren't in, they needed to be independent and sort of let go of baggage and let go of like other people's extra, like, their opinions about like their life, essentially. Like, they needed to go on this journey of like not really listening to what other people think they should live their life, and actually authentically living their life the way that they want to. And they may not, like, a lot of their friends or like their family may not agree with what they're doing, and it used to stop them, but now it's not stopping them anymore. It may even not stop them from coming in towards you, Knight of Pentacles. It may not stop them from coming in towards you, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Especially if there's like a major X and like everyone around them sort of knows what happened. It's like that kind of, they can kind of instill fear of like, oh, well, what if it's gonna happen like last time, like this. They like put thoughts in their head, and it's like they don't know the connection like the two people that are involved does. And like they may be just speaking from like a jealous perspective of like, I don't know how they're still together, or like how they still want each other, or like how this attraction is so strong, or like just two powerful people. Like, oh my goodness, like I already can't stand when this person stands alone. Now two people like who are amazing standing together, like that can be very threatening for some people, especially I'm hearing in like the ways of spiritual warfare, there is good versus bad spiritually. And you just have to know, like what messages you're listening to and which ones to like take action on. If it feels good, do it. If it don't feel good, don't do it, or delete it, or whatever. Like, you gotta let yourself fuck around and find out a little bit, and let people, like, I'm getting come correct or don't come correct, come correct or don't come at all, get right or get left behind. Like, that's kind of this energy big time. I'm just like, if people aren't coming correct, then the mistake is keeping them around, isn't it? 10 of Swords reverse, 5 of Wands. You may be really triggered here with some of the statements I'm making. Stop resisting fully processing the subject that's coming on up here, okay? Because that's your intuition warning you, telling you, please act on this. Like, your body will start to become more and more triggered, and you may wonder, why do I have like a chronic anxiety? Like, why do I have chronic depression, chronic this? Maybe someone's putting you there repeatedly, because your soul, your body's, you're not meant, your body just tells you, like, you are safe in your body. If you listen to your body has the ability to protect you and love you. Your spirit is within, and so trust that. If your body's telling you something, listen to that over people. Please listen to that over people. Listen to your passions over people. I was saying that specific phrase about passions over people last YouTube video, because our passions fuel people anyway. So if people in your direct surroundings, usually people, strangers from further away, are more supportive than the people who are closest to you, because the people closest to you have always had you. They've always been able to benefit from you. But they, like, someone so far away, maybe they've always needed you, and they appreciate you so differently, you know, and it's just a different level. It's, again, new levels, new devils. You have different challenges, and it may be coming with like clean slates. Really, if you want a clean slate, if you want to change, then everything's got to change. Like, if you want a clean slate that's like that extreme, really go for it, do it. Like, honestly, if you feel so strongly negative to the point of you know, self-harm in whatever levels, whatever depths, I'm not saying take yourself out, but I'm saying, like, no, I'm not saying don't, like, do not take yourself out, but literally, like, take your physical experiences and change it. However it feels safe for you. It could be in large scales and small scales. It could be like when I say everything changes, that doesn't mean like, it doesn't mean as extremely as like, because some of you go really extreme really fast, and it doesn't always like make it more comfortable. Okay, like if you need to deepen your connections, then with all of your connections, try and reach out more, try and meet them in public, like, or over lunch more often. Queen of Wands reverse. Oh my goodness. Both of the King and the Queens of Wands came out. Page of Wands. Someone, I'm hearing that the partners, the Queen and King of Wands, maybe they haven't spoken very much to each other or even met one another, or maybe you are talking, but it's like fresh. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, 2 pages, very fresh, but it's coming in. It's just the swiftness is being determined by the daily choices, I suppose, and what's being put out there, what you are grounding and ungrounding here, letting go of things that don't matter. If you have a new person and your past person is being really triggered right now, whether they're literally being like, hi, remember me, or you're just thinking about them a lot because you need to heal, let yourself heal. Death, it ended for a reason, and when things end, it's so that better things can fall into place, honestly. So like, I'm hearing like Ariana Grande, thank you next. Yeah, thank you next. Ooh, thank you next. It's dangerous. I'm hearing like dangerously in love. When you have self-love, your enemies are in danger, because them hurting you and then you healing from their hurt, it just sends that hurt back so many times over. The Fool. And then that's God's way to, like, that's God's giving you your way out, gracefully, or with his wrath, accordingly, whatever that looks like. Okay, I'm hearing sweets could be significant. You may want to get ice cream or cheesecake, or you may get like dessert after dinner. I'm hearing maybe your dessert after dinner. Like, don't let other people get in the way or in the middle. Honestly, like, if it's an old connection, if you know you're not compatible, like, why are they still around? It's triggering your new person, having an old connection around. Ace of Pentacles. So if you want to ground this, there's things you're going to have to reject. Choosing something means you're also rejecting other things, respectfully. The one for you is going to hold a lot of power, and then, like, if you're not ready for the one, you're going to replace the one with millions of smaller, like, partial energies. And you know what you're doing too. You're gonna know what you're doing. So when you're ready, your person's waiting, but your person's not gonna wait forever. The spirit's gonna work with your person lovingly, like, at their pace. So if they need it and they need it now, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it now. And if you're not ready to step up at that timing, spirit's gonna help a different person step into that place. Ace of Wands reverse. Balance. 6 of Pentacles balance, though. That's like community. Sometimes you see, like, friend groups date one another, and it's like, I'm hearing It's Your Turn by Ty Dolla $ign. Like, you can't get mad. You just gotta respect it, okay? Like, it's like hands on, hands off. But don't let someone play you in the middle of that, okay? Don't let someone peg you against your best friend if they're just a hoe. I'm getting, like, hoes before bros, or, like, or bros before hoes, or, like, that flip-flops, I guess, accordingly sometimes to some people. Some people don't really hold moral ground, and that's where don't let other people conveniently push, like, be hypocritical, I guess. Make sure they're leading with example of their, like, saying they are a certain way. Are they actually? Rest on a situation if you are not. Spirit saying you may not be meditating, you may not be thinking or fully processing, you may not be even fueling your cup right now. You may be just filling someone else's cup, or like figuring out how to, and you think this is productive, but it's not productive. I'm also hearing like an excess of like what productivity looks like, I guess, because sometimes if you're procrastinating and you don't know you're procrastinating, you need to be productive. So like, for example, like, give yourself a full break. A break is a break. But you're not really taking a break if you are filling it with excess productivity. And I'm saying, like, maybe this is where maybe excess eating might be occurring, or not enough eating. Excess placements can be it could be all over the place. You know where you are seeing excess, but specifically I'm talking about when you are stressed. You may not want to do the thing. You may procrastinate. Then what feels productive is maybe eating, okay? Because eating is a productive thing to do. You're taking care of your body, right? That's productive. Eating is productive for your body. But if you are adding more eating into your diet because you're stressed, because you're not doing things, because you are displacing, you are pushing things off, and then you're pushing it onto your body, like storing it on your body, and maybe you're like, this is like some self-awareness. Some of it's like you are being too productive, right? Like that you're not eating, and then when you do eat, your body has so much of a lack that is clinging on to all the food that you do ingest. Like, some of you are seeing your body literally carry excess, whether it's from like extreme here or extreme there. You know, like, that you're kind of committing to some weird energies here, and Spirit wants you to make a turn. Two of Cups. Ooh. Connect, reconnecting to yourself. I'm hearing from Spirit. You may have disconnected from yourself because you've been connecting with others or the wrong people. Yeah, something about like safety in your circle. Reassess. I'm not saying anyone specific, but just reassess. How safe is it to share? How safe is it to like bring your partner around? How safe is it to bring your kid around? How safe? I'm getting the Empress. I'm getting like there's a lot rushing in for this Empress, and she's just kind of grounding and working through it all. As we were talking about, like, a lot of rain, a lot of water, just a lot of information's coming through. So yeah, you do have to filter it. You do have to process it. It's like a computer, but like human, with emotions and more chaotic. Coffee could be significant for some. Okay, yoga could be really important for some. I'm hearing someone wants to be like going into beauty school, or going into like some sort of learning how to like have your own business, like just learning an industry for your own business. It could be literally anything. It doesn't have to be beauty school. I'm also hearing like welding, or working with like metals and jewelry. I'm also hearing working with animals. I'm hearing like you may need to just give yourself the time before you move forward, like to really like decide something. Because if you move forward undecided, then like that's what's going to prevail, is that undecided energy that you started on. So make sure you're sure. You'll be successful. Like beginnings and endings become very clear. Like you'll start something and then it's gonna end quickly. If it's not for you, you're just gonna be like, nope. But then something that's really for you, it's not gonna end forever. Like you may be just delayed. So like just trust whatever you dive yourself into, it'll be okay. As long as you desire it, your soul requires it. Oh my goodness, I love that. As long as you desire, your soul requires it. So free yourself into whatever it is that you're longing for. I'm hearing like your person's like yearning for you, and they're learning you, and they're even working towards earning you. And that takes a lot of time. There's a lot of energy surrounding Nine of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. This person wants to become a King of Pentacles. They know you've been done wrong. They know that you're not going to deal with that shit again. They even know Spirit's not gonna deal with that shit again. Like they're like literally willing to kill for someone like the Queen of Wands, the Empress. And so Spirit and your person knows that, and so they're sort of working with Spirit of like, yes, break me down into the person I'm meant to be for this person. And that's fucking incredible. I don't mean to curse, but like that's really an upgrade from any of the pages we saw earlier. And they're here again. Both the pages are here again, back to back. They're reversed, and before they were upright. And it's really, Two of Cups is upright now too. So connect with them affirmations, baby, and then go ahead and work on your abundance. If you have abundance of negativity, notice that that's the energy you carry. If you have abundance of positivity, that's what's going to come in. Even on the bad days aren't going to be so bad. As long as you carry good energy, you're going to have good days. It's like if you carry bad energy, a good day is still gonna somehow be a bad day, and your bad day are gonna be horrible. But if you carry good energy, your good days are gonna be amazing, and your bad days are gonna be okay. You know, that it could have been better. You know, like the energy you carry does make a difference on how good or how bad you are perceiving your life, and how a domino effect can just really push things fully in a like funky direction. So just showing you that validation there. That's definitely the message, yo. Thank you for sharing your existence, friends. The fact that I can learn from you and you can learn from me is such a magical thing. And please take care. Earlier I said medical stuff could be significant, so really just don't let things get too far. Just as this message was a lot about excess, things can get really out of hand. So maybe just see yourself, see your placements of how well you take care of yourself, and when you know better, you can do better. So with lots of love, I hope everyone has a wonderful week ahead. Stay dry, stay warm, stay smiling. And yes, good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and goodbye.